shall be torn in half. The birds shall be severed from the sky. The water shall turn red as death. The maggot shall seek the light, and within the heart of each lay the icons of our destruction.
I think I've always wondered, who is the dumbest person on the planet? I've always wondered that. I never wondered if they did any tests for it. Could they find out some way? Well, I think I may have made the groundbreaking discovery of finding one of the, if not the, dumbest and most idiotic people on the planet. Now, I knew about him before, but I never got to actually speak to him, talk to him in any way, you know, hear one of his little rants live. But it is the user that goes by the username Shock of God. That guy, you know, the good old guy who challenged all atheists, saying, you know, oh, proof and evidence that atheism is true. A completely nonsensical and pointless little challenge. But I was in his chat room yesterday. I was in his chat room for a few hours. I wanted to hear what he had to say. I seen his videos, and his videos were just terrible. But I wanted to see up close and personal, what was he like, you know, without, you know, just a video, like actually live. And at first, it didn't seem that bad. He didn't seem all, you know, that crazy. He seemed okay, rather different from what his videos were. But as this chat session went on, I finally got to see his true side, and it really is quite pathetic, because the entire time, after these first few minutes of actual peace in this chat room, he goes on and on and on and on, and basically just keeps saying, atheists are stupid, atheism is completely wrong, atheism contradicts itself. He basically says these three key points multiple times, throughout, non-stop. He lets nobody respond to him. The people that he does let, like the people that are able to respond to him, whether it be on voice, because you can only one person can use a mic at a time. Text, if you try to respond to him in text, he will completely ignore you in every possible way, unless you are one of his moderators, who will ban you on the spot if you say even the one wrong thing. If you are not one of those guys, or if you're not one of his people, he will ban you like that, or he will not listen to you at all. The only way he'll listen to you is if you're lucky enough to get on the mic after he has ranted on and on and on about how retarded atheists are for at least a half an hour, and you'll get a couple of minutes, maybe, at that. That's probably the most, but more like 20 seconds, that's what I've seen. And if you make a rebuttal, he will not respond to that rebuttal. He won't. You know, you will make a rebuttal about a point, and he'll just latch on to a completely different point. He will completely switch it around and turn it into something else. Oh, let's avoid the point now, which is exactly what he does. He avoids the point and turns it into something else. And most of the time, at least whenever I was in this room, it was, I don't know, atheism contradicts itself. He kept saying that over and over again. We get the point, buddy. We get the point. No, it contradicts itself all over the place. And then he goes on to upload a video about it, which I think it was because of that chat session. Yay. Now, I was on his chat room just a bit ago, and lo and behold, he's back in the room, and he is ranting on about the exact same thing he was ranting on about yesterday. The exact same thing. Atheism contradicts itself, la-di-da-di-da, providing no point for it. The only point he provided was that some atheists say God, that it's possible for God to exist, and then some atheists say it's impossible. What do you know? But they still don't believe in God, which is all atheism is. So you don't even know what atheism is, Shock, so I suggest don't even comment about it. But besides that, that's all he was going on about. That's it. I would go in there, I would see some people chatting, this is earlier today, and all of a sudden, he plays a little PowerPoint snippet thing that he has at the top, and everyone they start talking about this, and they started criticizing it a little bit. All of a sudden, his little stupid fucking butt buddy mod guy, his username is Jesus Died and Is Risen. Unbelievably fucking stupid that this guy is. So he cuts the chat off to everyone, and he makes sure that no one can talk while this little PowerPoint is going on. There's no noise to it, just the PowerPoint. And Mr. Shock is talking this whole time. You can't text chat, nothing. So you can't rebuttal any of the points that are being made to this. And so he's just ranting on about how, oh, atheism is so evil. Look at all the things all the people that atheism has killed. Atheism has killed so many people. He's completely 100% flawed and wrong in this logic, but he's just going on about it. And I realized that the only people that can talk are people basically specifically chosen by the mods. Those are the only ones that can actually chat while this whole thing's going on. So there was one person who wasn't a mod, obviously a Christian, and he can chat all he wants. He can post little Bible quotes, which is what he was doing, and all the mods can do that too, while Shock is sitting there laughing at atheists for no reason and saying, oh, look at that verse. I agree with you. Is this a way to conduct a debate, or did you just flat out design this stupid fucking chat room for your goddamn ego, Shock? Is that what you did? Did you just design this whole chat room thing for your fucking ego? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The fact that you will put a little presentation up and you will disable all text chat just so that people can't rebuttal the point that you're making, except for people that you choose, that's a little bit retarded, don't you think? The only people you will allow to chat at this time are people who support your view. Isn't that kind of strange? And it's also kind of strange that the moment that someone does criticize you, you just completely reverse the situation and you take it into a totally different point. It's like, oh, I'm not talking about this now, I'm talking about this. And if you don't do that, you don't answer the question, you just repeat what you just said, which has nothing to do with it. I just don't get you at all. I don't understand how stupid this is. I mean, I don't see how you can be so stupid. I don't get it. I don't see how anyone can follow you. I don't even see how a religious person can say that, wow, he is so bright, he is so smart, I'm glad I follow him. I'm glad that I listen to him. How could even a religious person say this? I mean, you really give religious people a bad name, okay? Because, and here's the thing. If there's an atheist out there who is posting up shit, like, let's say they're posting up signs saying, God does not exist, don't bother with it. I would say I don't support that. There's no point of putting that up there. Whatever. I don't think there's a point to that. You know what's funny? There are some atheists that do that. There's a lot of atheists who don't do that. And there's probably a lot of them who don't support that. Don't support billboards. But Christians, on the other hand, not all of them, but quite a few, will support all of these billboards that are being put up around the country saying, hey, be with us or burn for eternity. Now, isn't that kind of forcing your religion onto people? Because that's exactly what you're doing, Shock. That's the whole point why you made this chat room to begin with, was to try to, well, you made it to stroke your fucking ego, but you also try to make it seem like, oh, my religion is 100% right, everyone should follow me. You say that atheists are trying to do that. No, only if you would say, hey, we need to get this stuff completely out of the picture. No, and you know what's funny? I would not You know, I really don't support that, but honestly, I can see why they're doing it. Because religious people want to shove their stupid shit down our throat all the fucking time. And it isn't just religious people. In this country, America, it's most of the time one religion, and that is Christianity. So, Shock, you are a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, you are a fucking moron. You are a bigot. You make so many false claims and act like you're on a fucking pedestal. I mean, seriously, you took a point in your chat room. I forgot to mention this. You took a point in your chat room yesterday and today about how Buddhists are so stupid because the Buddha ate his own excrement. Oh, what do you know? For one, you provided no source to this. You provided no source. No proof whatsoever. You just said it. You just said that that's what happened. You provided no source. You said that that's what happened. And yet, you forget that Buddhists don't follow Buddha. That's just you trying to stroke your ego again and trying to make every single thing that looks like a religion on the planet look stupid and make Jesus look like he's the greatest thing ever. Which is why you think atheism is a fucking religion, which it is not. So, to wrap this up, I guess I'll say that you are probably the dumbest fucking person I have ever heard. I haven't seen you, so I can't say dumbest I've ever seen, because you never show your fucking face, but you are just so moronic. In a way, I really want to say you're insane after finally hearing you, like, live. You are insane, really. And for being such a fucking bigot, I wish the worst for you. I do. I don't say that about most people, but you are just pathetic in every way. And, you know, and by the way, I thank you or your mods for banning me from your chat room, because, you know what? It's pointless trying to argue against something without a mind.